This broadcast is sponsored in part by Hendrick Automotive Group. Live from Charlotte, this is WBTV News on your side.
Tonight, what's been called the darkest day in UNC Charlotte history.
That breaking news from the campus of UNC Charlotte. Sky 3 is live over the scene where we have been following reports of an active shooter situation.
You don't think that it could be possibly happening?
April 30th, 2019, Charlotte became another grieving city from another campus shooting.
We've seen these images in other places around the country, and you pray every day that it doesn't happen in your community. Something like it has happened in Charlotte today, and we are now left to pick up the pieces.
For many, it will take a lot of time to heal and process what happened.
So what we learned about Reed Parlier today is that he was loved by many, including his family, his friends, and of course his fellow students at UNC Charlotte.
Reed Parlier and Riley Howell died in the shooting. 4 others were injured, some badly. Then we found out it could have been much worse.
He's the first and foremost hero, as far as I'm concerned, and his name is Riley Howell.
Even the lives saved are scarred, physically and emotionally.
I'm never going to be able to forget this because it's what I have to look at in the mirror every single day.
Every single day. Tonight, the aftermath of gun violence, those left to pick up the pieces, left to try and carry on.
Well, I think every parent worries, but if you've gone through this, and I'm still going through this, I don't, how much worse can it be? This is the bottom of the bottom.
Families will never hear their voices again. Except for moments of a normal life captured in home video.
He's in my breath. He's just there.
Tonight, in this special edition of Primetime, we take a step back from that day to focus on all that was lost. Tonight, the day our city was robbed of its innocence, and so many impacted. Good evening, I'm Maureen O'Boyle. Thank you for joining us. Inside that classroom, 6 students were injured, 2 of them died. Their names were Riley Howell, Reed Parlier, Emily Haupt, Sean DeHart, Rami Al-Ramadan, and Drew Pescaro. Reed died first. Riley tackled the shooter, ending the violence while sacrificing his life. Last Thursday, the Parlier and Howell families had to be in the same room as their son's killer. He pleaded guilty and escaped the death penalty. One survivor was in that courtroom. Others protested, angry at the deal. The families of Reed and Riley addressed the court. They refused to forgive the shooter. Both moms tried to keep their composure as they spoke there about the emptiness they feel without their sons. For the first time, we heard from Reed's mother. You can hear the anger and the loss in her voice.
Julie Parlier, the mother of Reed Parlier. Your Honor, we would like the defendant to know that we will never forgive him for his actions.
Reed's mom and dad, Julie and Brian, stood before an emotional courtroom and described the loss that touches all across Reed's family.
Your Honor, the defendant took our son, brother, grandson, nephew, and cousin from us.
In their only interview with our news partners, the Charlotte Observer, they said Reed could be quiet, but he could also light up a room with laughter. Here, Reed's 3 years old. His mom says he had a huge baby belly laugh.
Reed was a loving, intelligent, quiet, kind, witty, and caring soul whose life was ended by a selfish, cowardly, soulless waste of a human being.
The Parlier family says their choice to remain private is what their beloved son would have wanted. Again, we reached out to Reed's parents, but they did not wish to be interviewed, and we respected those wishes. But we do want you to know they are keeping his legacy alive through a special scholarship fund in his honor. UNC Charlotte helped set it up. Reed's birthday is Wednesday, October 2nd. His family hopes that you will make a donation on that day and maybe even during the holidays in Reed's honor. Birthdays for Reed and Riley's families will certainly never be the same. Riley's family will certainly never have another celebration like this one.
Are you ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Riley. Happy birthday to you.
They're all smiling and so happy there. This is the last time Riley's family sang to him on his birthday last December. Riley turned 21 years old that spring after his birthday. He made that decision most of us can't even fathom. He chose to run towards danger to stop the violence. He gave his life to save others. Riley's actions inspired people across the country. We wanted to know this hero. Who is he? The Howell family welcomed producer Jack Vandertol, me, and our crew to their property near Asheville. It's where they raised their 4 kids, where they are now missing their firstborn. We spoke with Riley's mom and dad, Thomas and Natalie, as they navigate this new life without their precious son. This is the Howell family farm. Generations have lived here. The life they've always known shattered when Riley died.
You know it's not going to look like anything, right? It will. It's just going to look like a turn.
Today, you said today. How is today? Well, I'm finding that I really have to still take it minute by minute.
Come on, Riley!
Every day sort of has a different theme sort of in my head. You know, some days are completely different. So it literally is just a little bit at a time.
This lush green valley is their refuge. In this beautiful place, Riley's character blossomed. I think people wonder, what was it that Natalie and Thomas did to raise a kid that was so unselfish?
You just try to raise somebody to do the right thing and to be caring and productive and to just be human. And I don't think we were any better at it or Riley's any more special than the other kid. I think some of that was just built in with him when he came into the world.
They tell me Riley always wanted to make things easier for others.
You just saw flashes of it all through when he was growing up. And it just kind of manifested itself in that classroom.
It did.
In a way that was huge.
In his mind and in his heart, to walk out of that room or to run out of that room was not a choice.
In my mind, I think you probably weighed it very quickly about what could I do right now to make a difference.
Exactly.
And, you know, do we think it occurred to him that he might die? Maybe, maybe not, we don't know.
Riley was quickly recognized for his heroics, not just here, but across the nation. Those accolades, those honors, haven't made losing him any easier.
I mean, I actually talked to him in my head, and I talked to him.
When do you feel the need to talk to him?
Well, that answer would also be all the time. But especially when I don't know how to move forward.
You try to do what you're supposed to do, but it just doesn't work all the time.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and nod. 5, 6, 7, 8. Nod! Yeah!
It just hurts, and you miss him, and you just really miss him. And you miss what he's going to be, and you miss what he was, and you miss like your other kids having relationships with him, and it's just, yeah. But I just think, what's the quote? Do what you can where you are with what you have. That keeps running through my head, and I've got to be okay with that.
There is no way to make sense of it. Natalie spoke with a pastor who knew this image of Riley on their rope swing at the lake.
He said, you need to look at that, Nat, because, you know, he's letting go. He's like, you got to let go of the way things were going to be and just know this is how they are now. And walk that way, figure out a way to walk that way. Because you can't change it.
Oh, yeah! Oh,
And it might be really tiny what I can do right now.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And he'd be proud of us.
That's what I was going to say. I bet, you know, I'm sure he's not only cheering you on, he's lifting you up.
He is. He is.
Our hearts go out to them. Thomas and Natalie, boy, what they have been through is incredible. But right now, they want to focus on their other 3 children and helping them find their way through all of this. We're going to hear from his brother and sisters in a moment. But first,
he was the person that I wanted to marry, and I didn't have a choice about whether I could do that or not.
next you'll meet Riley's soulmate, Lauren. Their love was well beyond their years. Hear why her last conversation with Riley brings her peace.
With Dorian threatening the Carolinas, WBTV First Alert Weather was one step ahead of its every move. When you needed an accurate local forecast, WBTV First Alert Weather was on your side tracking Dorian. For this storm and every storm, trust the WBTV First Alert Weather app.
Hey folks, this hour of WBTV News is sponsored in part by Mike Johnson's Hickory Toyota. It's 1-800-NEW-TOYOTA or hickorytoyota.com.
Things aren't great, and she knows it. You may be one of the millions of men suffering from low testosterone and/or erectile dysfunction. At New Male Medical Center, we decided it was time to give men real solutions to their most real problems, centered around face-to-face, confidential, comprehensive, compassionate, and personalized care. With our innovative ED treatments and cutting-edge testosterone replacement therapies, we know great mornings are just around the corner.
31dodge.tv has been selling new cars through the internet for over 10 years. If you'd like to do all of your new car shopping without having to leave your computer, click 31dodge.tv and our professionals will take it from there.
Contact McClintock through November 15th to get special financing for 60 months and rebates up to $500 on a qualifying train system.
McClintock Heating and Cooling will fix it at the speed of life.
The sizzle is back. Hurry into Bojangles and get 2 pork chop griller biscuits for just $4. Our savory grilled pork chop seasoned with a special dry rub with a little zip and a whole lot of flavor. Served sizzling hot on a Bojangles fresh buttery biscuit. That's enough flavor for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. For a limited time, try 2 of our pork chop griller biscuits for just $4. Bojangles, it's Bo time, y'all.
I mean, if you haven't thought about switching to Geico, frankly, you're missing out. The mobile app makes it easy to manage your policy, even way out here.
Your marshmallows.
Get digital ID cards, emergency roadside service, even follow... Whoa. Oops. That cheeky little thing got away from me. My bad.
Geico. It's easy to manage your policy whenever, wherever.
Can I trouble you for another marshmallow?
Foundation problems don't get better with time, but they do get better with us. Call today for your free inspection.
Lauren Westmoreland was the last of Riley Howell's loved ones to hear his voice before he died. She shared with us what she learned in her relationship with Riley and why his selfless act is a lesson for all of us.
I think it's a gift to others, and that's why I think it is important to carry what he was all about into your daily life, even if you never met him, because if you can be that person that he was to somebody else, then that can make all the difference for however many people he saved that day.
Some searched throughout their life to find their soulmates. Lauren found hers at 15, youthful spirits. They loved each other and were always together, like this road trip with Lauren's family out west. They said I love you nearly every day for over 5 years, but then came April 30th. Lauren's therapist is amazed at how deep their love is.
She said, I feel like when you talk about him, you are talking about your life partner. She said for most people, they lose that person when they're 70 or 80, and I lost mine when I was 20. So it's just like this. when the sun shines warm and gently on my face, I will know that it's you holding me in spirit, just as you did in our life. I think when I say, oh, it's Riley's girlfriend, it's just, I think about that sometimes. I'm like, well, you know, maybe it isn't that important, but then it is extremely important because he was the person that I wanted to marry, and I didn't have a choice about whether I could do that or not.
Lauren spoke to Riley 5 minutes before the shooting on campus. She was anxious for him to come home. He had to go to work. They never let a silly disagreement linger, not even in that last conversation.
Instead of maybe just letting it go, we reconciled it right there. I don't know if that's some kind of cosmic thing that happened because of what was going to happen, but you know, I think about that a lot, being like, I did get to say that I loved him, and he said it to me, and I heard it one more time. That I can't change anything else, but I got that, and that's what I'm taking away from it, and I think that's what he would want everybody else to take away from it. So tell everybody you love them.
Death seems so final, but for Lauren, it cannot defeat love. What do you think Riley would want for your future?
I think he would want me to, truthfully, I think that he would want me to move on. And I say that because it's not going to happen. No matter how much he wants me to, it's not happening. And I tell him that sometimes. I'm like, you know, you can try to get rid of me, but I'm not getting rid of you, and you're not getting rid of me.
Yeah, she'll always be a part, certainly, of that very tight-knit family that she's been a part of for so long. Still to come, you'll hear from Riley's brother and sisters the amazing way they say Rye is still watching over them.
Oh, there he is! Yeah!
When things get ugly, call the We Buy Ugly Houses people. We can give you a cash offer, not some phony online offer without even seeing your house. Go to WeBuyUglyHouses.com or call 800-44-BUYER.
Here's the story of a better dealer that was helping drivers every single day.
Now's the time to save better at Cloninger Ford, because every new Cloninger Ford includes a lifetime powertrain warranty, so you know you're covered. That's a lifetime powertrain warranty on over 700 new Fords, only at Cloninger Ford, home of the Better Bunch.
The Better Bunch. Visit Cloninger. We're the Better Bunch.
Papa John's new Picks for 6 menu of quality items lets you build your perfect meal. Like a medium pizza and wings, or just pizza and more pizza. Pick 2 for $6 each. Only at Papa John's.
Did you know we sell tires?
Wait, we sell tires?
Buy 3, get 1 free.
Buy 3, get 1 free.
And we'll be anybody's price on new tires.
So come see us for tires.
At Paramount Automotive on Highway 70 in Hickory.
There's funny you and hangry you, kick butt you, and what day is this you? There are parts of you you're fiercely and justly proud of, and parts that you're working on. You are not flawless. You are not Superwoman, but you are kind of amazing. BB&T, all we see is you.
Have you been the victim of a bad bundle? If you've experienced any of the following symptoms, you may be suffering from moderate to severe bundle phobia. Help is here. Fiber-fast AT&T Internet and DirecTV with proven reliability is the cure for bad bundles. Call now to get seamless Wi-Fi and live TV with thousands of on-demand titles for $89.99 a month for 1 year. Limited availability may not be in your area. No prescription required. Experience the joy of wall-to-wall Wi-Fi coverage and the freedom of watching TV on the go. Did you know saving money is a leading cause of happiness? You'll save a total of $40 a month for 1 year when you bundle. That's double your savings when you combine AT&T Internet and DirecTV, rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable. Take your life back. Call now and let an AT&T professional double your savings with our reliable AT&T Internet and DirecTV bundle.
Good on you.
for sporting a look that moves without stretching your wallet. Now being comfortable is even easier with sport coats starting at $99.99, mix and match shirts and pants 3 for $99.99, plus get 60% off designer suits. Only at Men's Warehouse.
In the time we've come to know Riley Howell, he's been called many things, a hero, a loving soul, but only 3 people on this planet will always be able to call him their big brother. Riley's brother Teddy and his sisters Iris and Juliet shared with me some of their fondest memories of Riley and the struggles of life without him.
Like, Mom, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's hard. It's going to be hard every day. And kind of like Dad said, too, no matter how you feel about it, you have to keep going.
Are y'all ready?
Yeah. It's every parent's dream to have kids who want to be together all the time. The Howells had that. Life was ideal. They had a big brother who loved them, who looked out for them, who could want any more growing up.
Well, we played a lot of video games together, and he did all the tech stuff, and I have no clue how to do that. So I just had to figure it out as I go so far.
They all miss Riley constantly at different moments for different reasons.
He just really wanted to pick out a car for me. He'd been doing it for a whole year. He'd been looking, and he loved cars, so he would text me about cars all the time, be like, what about this one? He'd pick out super old cars. So I'm like, I don't know, Riley. I don't know about that one. It's pretty old. But right now we're actually trying to pick one out for me. And I just said to Mom the other day, we were looking, I said, man, I wish Riley was here to just pick one for me.
Iris says in the last year, she saw her big brother becoming a man.
I feel like it was very good for him and who he was becoming, and even thinking about who he was all through his life. He's never been more of Riley to me than he was these past 2 years. So
Riley's death devastated them. When they found out how he died, it did not surprise them.
He's strong, big brother, So just hearing that he died from, a gunshot, I was like, there's got to be more to that. When I heard the news that he did actually die the way he did, it just sort of all made sense.
He basically raised us. And I feel like him doing that, him just loving life so much, he wouldn't have accepted himself if he hadn't done that.
Jump, Riley.
All right. Of course, I wish he was still with us, I wish that it hadn't have happened in the first place.
Happy birthday to you.
But there's not really any use in wishing. There's just not. So I do and I don't.
He just loved the lake, and we keep seeing signs of him when we're there. He just loved birds, and I think almost every time we've been to the lake, we've seen a bald eagle, which is crazy. We've seen it almost every time we've gone to the lake this summer, I think.
They believe it's a sign from Riley, a reminder their big brother is still watching over them.
What is that, Riley? Bald eagle! Where'd he go? Oh, there he is! Yeah!
What remarkable people, and we are just so grateful they gave us that little sense of hope that they see in the sky. Coming up, how you can help Riley's family continue his legacy.
Closed captioning on WBTV News is sponsored by Subaru South Boulevard and Subaru Concord. Time and Temperature on WBTV is sponsored by Honda Dealers of the Carolinas.
For over 65 years, families have trusted Coit to deep clean just about everything, all backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. Clean as new. That's the Coit commitment to you. Call 1-800-FOR-COIT today to schedule your Coit cleaning and save 30%.
So how do you guys like your new home?
We'll think about it.
Remember, included in the asking price are landscaping, a nanny, and a lifetime country club membership.
We'll think about it.
Did I mention that GSM just installed a brand new heating and cooling system?
We'll take it.
From the mountains to the coast, Honda's full line of impressive sedans gives you more. More performance, more fuel efficiency, more safety features, more flexibility, more next-gen technology, and more confidence.
So,
Save more this fall with great clearance deals on a new Honda, like a 2019 Civic on clearance for just $189 a month, or a 2019 Accord on clearance with 1.9 financing. Going on now at your Honda dealers of the Carolinas.
Visit Window Nation for all your window and door needs at windownation.com.
A powerful tool for hurricane season. Download the WBTV First Alert Weather app.
Riley's parents hope you will help them keep his legacy alive by supporting their nonprofit created in Riley's memory. Riley Howell Foundation helps others process life after death from gun violence. The foundation helps on so many levels, like paying for counseling, which has been very important to the family. They help with funeral expenses, something you never even want to have to think about, even covering for days missed from work after a tragedy from gun violence. We have a link to their mission statement and how you can give right now. You can head to WBTV.com/Charlotte Strong. And there is something the Howell family wanted me to make sure I pass on tonight. They want to make sure you know how grateful they are to you for your prayers and your support. And Riley's mom had this to say about being less fearful.
Yes, I can fear less because I just think my son was faced with something that was probably the most fearful thing I could think of. And he rose up and he did something about it. So to me, it's like everything else just kind of puts it in perspective.
Very much so in perspective. We know there are many stories from that day to tell. We started here with Riley's. I want to thank the family for opening up and welcoming us. And of course, my producer, Jack, you saw him standing there, and there's Ruben and Jack with Thomas. We appreciate so much of our crew working hard here at home base. Ruben Mururi and Troy Bowlby, thank you so much. Again, all of you, we appreciate your kindness to the Howells and to everybody touched by that day that Charlotte will never forget. Thanks for being with us. Jamie Bowl is here now. On Your Side is next.
Maureen, a terrific job, really reporting on a difficult topic, and what an amazing family.
Yeah, they really are.
They absolutely are. Coming up in just a few minutes, in fact, Maureen was good enough to spend a couple of minutes to talk about reporting on such a difficult subject. Also ahead, we're going to meet a man who says he's on a mission from God, his effort to do his part to combat Charlotte's affordable housing crisis. It's next as we go On Your Side tonight.
McClintock Heating and Cooling will fix it at the speed of life.
Life comes at you fast. Don't let your home heating problem slow you down. Contact McClintock Heating and Cooling through November 15th to get special financing for 60 months and rebates up to $500 on a qualifying train system. It's hard to stop a train.
McClintock Heating and Cooling will fix it at the speed of life.
Hey folks, there's 5,000 reasons. Take the short drive to Hickory. It's our $5,000 test drive where you could win $5,000 by simply test driving a car. This is David Holland from Morganton. He won $5,000 and you can too. Before you buy, give Mike a try. It's 1-800-NEW-TOYOTA.
I feel good. I feel good. Get off my lawn.
Hi, you remember me?
Yes, goodbye.
The season premiere of The Neighborhood, then